The San Jose Civic Auditorium in San Jose with West Coast Studios and California Highest Promotion is proud to present 8 rounds in the heavyweight division. In the blue corner, from Los Angeles, California, he's 25 years old, stands 6'3", weighing in at 194 pounds. Has a contact karate record of 13 wins, 4 losses, 13 wins by knockout. He's rated number 6 by the Professional Karate Association in the heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, Don Nielsen. And in the red corner, from the fighting town of Rockford, Illinois, he's 26 years old, stands 6'3" at 195 pounds, has a contact record of 27 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by knockout. The PKA heavyweight champion of the world, Brad Hefton.
Okay, men, you both know the rules. I just want you to obey my commands at all times. Starting now, step back, we'll have a great fight. Listen to my commands. Step back.
Well, action speaks louder than words. No words, but a lot of look from Don Nielsen and Brad Hefton. So, the world heavyweight champion in a non-title bout takes on Don Nakaya Nielsen. There's Brad Hefton in blue, Nielsen in red, set for 8 rounds, and here we go.
I expect this thing to be barn burner right from round 1. Nielsen starts off throwing those left hands. That's what he's famous for. He really has scored most of his knockouts with that left hand.
John, we have seen so much of Brad Hefton in Rockford, Illinois. What's he like? Is it different for him anytime he fights an important bout away from Rockford?
I don't think it's a real different fight for Brad Hefton. He seems to get up for most of these opponents, most of the guys he's fighting. And I know a guy with Nielsen's record has got to get his attention. If he can't get excited about a guy with 13 straight knockouts, then something's wrong there.
That, of course, is the competitive advantage that Nielsen wants. That was a slip, and Nielsen is being warned.
The crowd really getting on Nielsen now for putting his foot on Brad when Brad was down.
Well, anytime you've got Hefton in that position, I would assume that's the thing you're taught to do. A good left hand from Nielsen, and it scored.
He's a little high on the sweep. He came in with a sweep left punch, and he's a little bit high.
Bill Clark warning him, and the crowd reacting, disagreeing with that warning being given by the referee. Hefton, it's been said, is the most active heavyweight in history. He fights as though he were a middleweight.
He just throws a lot of technique. You know, a lot of guys will depend on their size and their strength. Hefton, while he's very, very strong, will throw spinning kicks, jump kicks, good variety off of both legs. There's a front kick.
And again, Hefton on the ropes and not breaking away at all was Don Nielsen. I believe they may take a point away from him here, but they don't.
Well, Nielsen has thrown 3 things this round.
And punches and kicks coming after the round. This is a war, and the first round is only just a glimpse of what's to come. Won't take long for John Monzak in the corner of Hefton to get Hefton excited about his opponent.
I'll tell you what, Brad Hefton's mad right now. I wouldn't want to make Brad Hefton madder than he already is. Look at those eyes.
The ritual is underway between John Monzak and Brad Hefton. Let's listen in. In the corner there.
With some good shots already. Don't change up. Keep those hands up. And remember, every time you finish, leave out. All right? All right, now step
It was ugly at times in the opening round.
Well, Hefton slipped while kicking, and what happened there is Don Nielsen followed up on traditional karate training, which says that if you've got a man in trouble, if you're in a self-defense situation, he goes down, you try to go ahead and take advantage of that, and he reacted instantaneously.
Round 2. Don Nakaya Nielsen, his fighting name. It's his mother's maiden name, and he's always used that. He's been involved in karate since he was a teenager. Brad Hefton, of course, his story has been written and talked about for so many years. Nielsen's up the hard way in Rockford.
Nielsen's trying to set up that left hand by throwing a back leg round kick, following up with a good left hand. He's been good successful with that with a lot of fighters. Looks to me Brad Hefton is trying to lay a right hand on him.
Now Hefton missed with a right. Nielsen got away. That left hand scored on the chin of Hefton. A good left hand from Nielsen that hit solidly on the champion's chin.
And another one.
Hefton trying to corner his man. Nielsen's people had said they felt if they could get Hefton on his heels that he couldn't fight well while backing up, and that was what he wanted.
Well, Hefton's never had to back up in any fight he's had.
That left front kick was blocked by Hefton. The crowd reacted, but still good technique by Nielsen.
Hefton is classically a slow starter. He tends to go out in the first couple rounds and do a lot of standing around. He takes punches. And if he has a weakness, that's his weakness.
Well, that's why so many think Nielsen can give him a great battle. A great right left hand. And again, Nielsen hits Hefton as he goes down. But I guarantee you, Hefton was hurt there.
He felt that left hand. That's the left hand we talked about right from the beginning. I don't know if that's... I couldn't tell if he gave him the count.
A right side kick by Nielsen, and he's growing in confidence at the end of the second round. A good look now at a very, very happy Don Nielsen corner.
Look for your left leg. Connect it.
Nielsen was very active in that round.
Nielsen had a good round. He started to gain confidence and come in strong with the left hand, the left leg. Hefton had Nielsen over against the ropes, but he just walked into a good hard left hook, and he certainly was tight. He was down. He was hurt bad for that round.
That was Ruben Akides that's in his corner. And we're ready for round number 3. Nielsen in red and Hefton in blue. How do you have it scored, John?
I gave the first round to Hefton. I gave the second round 10-8 to Nielsen. I've got Nielsen up by 1 point after 2 rounds. And Hefton looks to me he still doesn't have it all back.
So if you're in Nielsen's corner, as Ruben Akides is, you would tell your man, go after him. That's exactly what Nielsen is doing.
This would be a tremendous upset if Don Nielsen would win a decision or win by knockout here.
Oh, a left hand by Hefton. And it sent Nielsen reeling. Hefton now has him in the corner. And the two are going at it toe-to-toe.
Hefton had Nielsen in a little trouble for the first time in this fight. He had him in the ropes. But Nielsen's okay now. He's back. If Nielsen had any quit in him, he sure didn't show it on that last flurry.
Well, it certainly took some of the aggression away from him. He's not coming in against Hefton now. Not after that left hand he just absorbed. That left front kick was blocked by Hefton, but they're beginning to take their toll. Nielsen very active, both with kicks and with combinations.
Well, Hefton's waiting around. He's waiting too much, and he's not throwing his kicks.
A good right front kick there. Less than 10 seconds in the third round. World War III is over. We're waiting for World War IV, which is coming up here on ESPN from San Jose.
You know, by Don Nielsen as he comes across, but takes a left hook as he moved in from Brad Hefton. Hefton goes right after him, gets him in the ropes, but was not able to really take full advantage of it. You see a right hand that really didn't have a whole lot on it. Hefton really had his weight pulled away from that, kind of snapped Nielsen's head back, but didn't really hurt him.
These two men developed a dislike for one another in a hurry. And as we start the fourth round, it's anybody's match. Don Nielsen in red, the world heavyweight champion, Bad Brad Hefton in blue.
This is not really a tremendously surprising situation out here. Don Nielsen is a guy that people have a lot of respect for, and sure enough, he came out here in that second round and got two Brad Hefton.
How do you have it scored, John, after three great rounds?
I gave the third round to Hefton on a 1 point, slim 1 point. I've got the fight even, 28 all. My scoring is unofficial, but it's got to be close.
So you said Hefton is a slow starter. Does that have anything to do with why the scoring is tied at this point?
Absolutely. It's been his history in the first, second rounds to take off kind of slow. Oh, and he took a left hand.
Hand by Nielsen. Hefton scored first, and then Nielsen countered with a left hand that jarred the champion. He just did it again.
Nielsen just weighed in with that left hand, and Hefton took it right on the chin, but seemed okay.
This near capacity crowd has been on its feet for more than half of this bout already. I'll say this for Nielsen. I have never seen Hefton show as much respect for an opponent in any fight as he has for Nielsen in 3.5 rounds here.
He's taken some hard left hands from Nielsen, and you betcha Nielsen has earned some respect.
Right as Hefton throws a punch, he quickly covers up, anticipating a counter from Nielsen.
The thing I've seen from Hefton is he's not getting his body weight into his right hand. He's really not getting his upper body into it.
That's what Nielsen wanted to do, keep Hefton backing up. That's the end of the fourth. All right, we're going to listen in to both corners right now. First, Bad Brad Hefton's corner. John Monzak is there.
Start to work him in the corner, will you? Start measuring with the after, double up on the jab. You be the boss, okay? You be the main boss. Check. Right? You got him all in. Keep your right hand up. Yeah, so you got it left foot. Always concentrate. Yeah, so yell that stuff.
Hefton seems more composed now than he did a round or two ago. Let's take a look at some of the action in round 4.
Brad Hefton has been throwing his kicks sort of sparingly, but there's a good solid side kick that caught Nielsen as he's moving in. There's a left hand that Nielsen landed. It was right on Hefton's jaw and staggered him for a moment. Hefton comes out with a good right hook of his own, but Hefton's not getting his body weight into those punches. He seems to be punching off of his heels quite a bit.
Well, that's exactly what Nielsen's corner had talked about. Ruben Akiti said, if you can keep him in the middle of the ring, you're in great shape. So far, Nielsen has kept him in the middle of the ring when Hefton's been throwing most of his running. The 5th round is underway. Don Nielsen in red. He just took a heck of a side kick from the left side from Hefton.
Hefton needs to use that front leg side kick more frequently, and he'll take away some of that left hand from Don Nielsen, who just landed another one.
Nielsen has been scoring consistently with the left hand. And a right hand which caught Nielsen much as the Jerry Rome right hand. And Nielsen is down.
He took that one right on the chin as he moved in. He walked right into it. He's on his feet now, but he's got to be feeling the effects of that strong right hand.
And Hefton going for it all here. Moving in, and a left hand from Nielsen. It's gut check time for Don Nielsen.
Well, we got a good one here, folks.
On the break, Nielsen again with a left front kick. Bill Clark warning him again. Another good left hand. It was that same punch that Nielsen did not get up for. Well, he got up, but he wouldn't continue against Rome. He's continuing now against the world champion.
Well, he showed tremendous courage. I don't think anybody would have blamed him for staying down on that right hand, but he's back into it again.
He took some heat because he, in some people's opinion, quit on Jerry Rome. He's showing no quit here as we come to the end of the round, and Nielsen has survived. And we will continue from San Jose with the 6th round right after this. There's Ruben Akides talking to his man. Well, you don't want to miss much of this action. As we start the 6th quickly, how do you have it scored now?
I've got Brad Hefton up by 1 point. Only 1 point after 5 rounds. But Don Nielsen has to have a lot more confidence after getting up to that devastating right hand and coming back.
It's been a great bout. One of the better bouts we've seen on ESPN all year.
I'll tell you, it's always been felt that Don Nielsen lacked one ingredient to become a great fighter, and that was a tremendous heart.
Left front kick, partially blocked, but it jarred the head of Hefton.
Nielsen is showing the heart tonight that he hasn't shown in previous fights.
Another left-left combination scored on the chin of the world champion. Trying to use that sweeping motion, John, to set up his left at times. Down low.
He's using it effectively. He's very close to being in a foul situation there because he's hitting a little higher on the ankle than he should. He's been warned for that one time.
Spinning back kick from Hefton. Not very effective. The right hand from Nielsen did get through, but that's not his best punch either.
Looks like both these guys are taking a little break in this 6th round.
Good right-left combination, and Nielsen is down. Brad Hefton is waiting. Nielsen is gone.
Once again, Nielsen stayed down. He stayed down for the 10 count and gets up and walks to the corner. He looks like he quit. He looks like he quit again.
And he's now talking with Bill Clark, saying that he was up in 10, in the count of 10.
He was not up. He was on one knee. He did not make a move to get off.
136 of the 6th. And the world champion, Bad Brad Hefton, has done it again. After a severe gut check, let's take a look at Hefton's punch.
The right hook, the left hook is the one that hurt him. The round kick comes up and miss. It was the right-left combination. Nielsen goes down. I thought he would go down because he was hurt. It's a wise move sometimes to go to one knee. But he didn't come up. He didn't get up off the floor. He took the 10 count. He's shown it before.
And the critics will be out again, just as they were after the bout against Jerry Rome in Atlanta, after a magnificent performance, really, losing the knockout of the 6th round. Let's go up to our ring announcer now, George Chung, with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute and 36 seconds into the 6th round, the winner by knockout from Rockford, Illinois, Bad Brad Hefton.